Hey Tushar, how's it going?
Good, mate. Siddharth, long time. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, really long. I'm good. How about you? What's been up?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything is good at the moment.
You in Billai right now?
So I'm in Bhilai. Yes, I came back from US in late 2018, early 2019, and yeah,
Nice.
at the moment I'm in
When did
Bhilai.
we
Yeah,
last meet? I guess 2012 or 2013, right? I don't even remember.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think 2012.
yeah. You went to the
From
US.
from yeah, I went to US in 2013
Uh-huh. That
August.
which university did you get into?
Xavier University of Louisiana.
Right.
So yeah. So we were not NCAA, we were NAIA,
Mm-hmm.
and we were number one, number two in the country. So yeah, we had a solid team there.
Crazy. So what were you doing? Were you playing singles or doubles? There or both?
I played both. So I played singles from two, three, four, five, and then I played doubles one, two, or three. You know,
Crazy.
depending what kind of which team we played. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. So how was the
yeah.
experience there?
College experience was so much fun, bro. It was so different from the regular tournament, like the tournament at which we played, like ITAs and then
Right,
ITFs.
right.
It's a completely different ball game. You know, it's a lot about togetherness and all those things because we have so we play three doubles and then we play six singles,
Right.
and each match is of 1 point.
Wow.
So whoever gets 5 points wins the entire thing,
Right,
wins the match.
right.
Yeah. So it's just not about just one person now, you know?
Mm-hmm. What I
Yeah.
like
So
about
it was
what I like about your American tennis is there's a lot of crowd support and
exactly, yeah.
teamwork involved. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So talk to us, man. Like the Indian circuit and how was your journey there, and then how you went about going to the US and stuff.
Yeah. So I started playing tennis in Bhilai. I think I was 9, 10,
Mm-hmm.
and then eventually I came to Chennai,
Right.
played tennis over there, started playing ITAs, did well in juniors. I think I was close to top 10 always.
Right.
And then I started winning some ITF titles, um, played ITF men's, made some points there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I mean, I come from a very humble family, and I thought US would be a great option since I got education and to play extra 4 year of college at the same
Right.
time.
Right.
And as that time I heard that there are a lot of good players over there. It's a
Mm-hmm.
good way to transit from juniors to the men's tennis. So I thought it was a great option there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
You won a few ITF doubles, right? I remember. I guess it.
Yes.
I don't. Oh, both.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Sorry, say it again. I won a couple of ITF titles. Yes.
Yeah, Anvit and Abdullah, I guess, right?
So I played with Karan Salwan at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So he was the Fenesta champion,
Right.
and yeah, I think we just played really good doubles together. We just understood each other really well. So there were three tournaments. There was a tournament in Bangladesh, ITF G5. So we
Right.
won that. There was Guwahati G5. We won that. There was Delhi Grade 4. We won that.
Wow.
So those three tournaments back to back, we won all those three tournaments, and then we had another men's 5 lakh, I believe, and it was me and Neeraj Ilangovan,
Right.
again really good server.
Mm-hmm.
So we made it in the finals, and we lost to Jason Prashant and Mohammad Fariz. I think Jason Prashant is top 3 in the world right now. I think I'm not exactly sure, but yeah,
Yeah, both of them
yeah. So
are really at the top. I mean,
yeah, exactly, yeah,
not anymore, but
yeah,
really good players. Um,
exactly, yeah.
so tell us more about your experience in America. Like, How was it? Just studies and tennis, or did you spend a lot of time on the court?
It was a bit of both, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the teachers were quite lenient since we were in the tennis team.
Right.
So I mean, we could skip couple of classes, but we had to get the work done because, like, you know, if something is due on Sunday night, it is due on Sunday night.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I think the good, really good thing was if you do your work on time, if you know, if you're up to date with all the classes, you're good,
Right.
you know. But if you leave anything behind, it just cramps up to you, and then eventually you kind of fall behind. So that was really good. At the same time, US college was amazing. You know, you get to play matches every week,
Right.
once or twice,
Mm-hmm.
and you travel to different cities, and you get to be with such diverse players. You know, players. So my in my team we had players from Czech Republic, France, Benin, which is
Wow.
in Africa, and then I was there. So yeah, it's such a diverse group of players. You know.
Definitely. And did you like get to
Yeah.
hang around like when you went to these different cities? Like get to see the places around the.
Oh, we did. Yeah. So generally for the spring break matches, we went to Miami and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we
Wow.
traveled there. But if we have three matches, we would stay there for 4 days. We would be like full on ready for those three matches, and then maybe and for the last day we'd go out a little bit and then just see around everything. You know, we just didn't go there just because it was Miami or something, right?
Yes, right, right, right.
Yeah,
So, a lot
yeah.
of
So,
people are, I mean, the parents at least, are like really worried about the party culture over there. So, what was your scene like?
um, ha, so I think there are a lot of, you know, I mean, it just once you go to a different place, you're very overwhelmed. You know, you're like,
Mhm.
okay, I have a lot of freedom and all those things, but it's up to the kid. You know, just if he is I know prepared for it, if he's disciplined, he'll be fine. You know,
Right,
and I think it's just up to you, mate. Like partying is fine once in a while, but you don't just want to go there and just party all day. You know, it's up to you. But I think yeah, to be honest, there were some good parties there. Yeah, not gonna lie. But yeah,
great, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you
yeah,
should, embrace their culture as well, right? So,
for sure. Yeah, I mean, I believe. I mean, you don't want to become an extremist in everything.
right,
As long as you're doing your job, as long as competitive on the court, as long as you're not hurting the game in tennis
right,
or physical or anything else, it's
right.
fine. You know.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
So, how did the 4 years of college go by? I mean, any changes
Hmm.
that happened, or was it the same, training and traveling and anything different that took place over the years?
Um, I think so. I really became mature over there, like
Hmm.
because um, over here I know I could blame a lot of things, but when I went over there, if I did not do the things on time, if I did not do the, if I did not win the matches,
Right.
there will be consequences. So like
Oh,
if I do not play well, if I'm not doing the right things on tennis court, and
right.
it affects the my winning matches,
Mm-hmm.
the coach will cut my scholarship, right? And
Oh,
then I have to find another school,
right.
so which would suck. And then if someone cuts my scholarship, the other coach will be like, okay, the scholarship has been cut, so there has to be some reason for that here, you know.
Of course.
Same thing if you do not, if there has to be a certain GPA you have to maintain.
Right.
So you have to maintain 2.4 GPA out of 4. If you
Mm-hmm.
do not maintain the GPA, you might have to sit. You will be red shirt next year, and you might have to sit out for the next season. And then again, why would the coach pay for your scholarship if you're not even going to play for the team, right?
Right, right, right.
So you have to do the job over there, and yeah. So I think that really, it really made me a more disciplined person, I would say,
That's great.
on and off the court.
That's great, man. Um,
Yeah.
I heard, I don't remember From whom? I mean, I you know I left the circuit in 2015, but someone was telling me you were coaching in between as well, right? I mean, during your college as well.
Yeah, so I there was a lot of camps around. There were Nike tennis camps
Mm-hmm.
that used to happen in New Orleans.
Okay.
So after the nationals finished, which happens in May,
Right.
there was a bit of a break. So
Mm.
I played some tournaments which were close by,
Right.
or I taught tennis in that period.
Right. So how was
Yeah.
how was it
So yeah.
like? How was your experience getting into coaching?
How was my experience getting into coaching? Um, how was it was fine, I would say. As so now, I at least I think I'm doing a really good job in coaching now.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was
More of a side
fine.
hustle, you can say.
Sorry.
It was more of a side hustle back then. Like you were
Oh
just.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I didn't get to play. I mean, teach like high level kids. It was kids who were like 12, 13.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just that. But what I really like about US tennis, is they have a lot of the plus things. Like if you're on a tennis court, there'll always be gated like two huge, what is it, bottle, not bottle, the huge cans of Gatorade. They'll always have bananas over there. They'll always have lunch provided. So which it's hard, or they'll always have a cafeteria close by. So they have it was really good, those things. And yeah, in the summer over there, I think it was again, I was teaching 12, 13-year-old kids, so it was fine. It was fine. Yeah.
Right. Right. Great.
Yeah.
So right now, how would you compare coaching to competing? Like, I mean, of course, as tennis players, competition is everything. So when you make the
Yeah.
transition, so how do you like? Do you still feel like competing?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think again, both coaching and competing, it's quite different. But I think if my kid, I've been training him, and if he does well, if he performs well, if he's playing good tennis
Mm-hmm.
and is winning tournaments, if I can change the kid's game, and if he's doing well, I think I definitely get that same kind of feeling which happened when I was winning those tournaments.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I think that happiness kind of it's there. It's there. Yeah.
Of course. Of course. So
Yeah.
after your 4 years, you started
Hmm.
working with JMac, John
Yeah.
Mcenroe.
Yeah.
Wow. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
Where was this? Was it in New York?
Yeah, I was in here. So what happened was, so after 4 years of my college, I thought I haven't been to many. I mean, I traveled a bit. I didn't travel much. So I was like, okay, I'll just get a summer job, and I'll see from there. So I got a summer job in New Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
which was with Court Sense, and the owner of Court Sense, he's in Novak Djokovic's team. So I worked with him for a month,
Okay.
and then I was about to go back. But then I met one of my friends in New York in one night, and he was like, "Oh, do you? There's a place in Hamptons.
Right.
So Hamptons is basically close
Okay.
to New York. It's like the richest
A really
people
posh
kind
place.
of New
Right?
York. Sorry."
It's a really posh place, right? I guess.
Exactly, very, very, very posh place. So it's a Long Island. That's like the richest people of New York or all over the world. I guess they live over there in
Right.
Long Island. They come there for summers.
Right.
And then I was like, sure, why not? So I went over there for that summer. It was kind of just a lot of rich clients
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of summer activities, all those things. And after end of that summer, I get a call from New York, John Mcenroe Academy, and they're like, "Oh, we love your job." So in Hamptons, because it was a project. It was their, what do you call it? mm, their own academy in Hamptons.
Right.
It was the same. So they give me a call. They're like, "Oh, we loved you in Hamptons, and would you like to come work for us in New York?" And I was like, "Okay, I'm getting the option to work in New York. Why not?"
Great.
About John McEnroe, so phew, what an intense guy. I mean, really, really, really passionate about tennis.
Right.
We often play sets every week,
Wow. He's still.
and yeah, he still plays really, really well.
Mhm.
Really passionate. Still got the same anger,
Right.
but yeah, but he yeah. So, but he's very passionate. So yeah, so really good there.
So, what did you do over there? I mean, is he like the head coach over there, or what exactly is his role in that academy?
No, no. So he just owns the academy. He comes every now and then. So he would come like once or twice, maybe in a week.
Okay.
But Patrick McEnroe, his brother, he was there often. He was there most of the times.
Right.
Yeah. So they basically overlook it, like they just see how things are going.
hmm
And yeah, that's yeah.
That's great. How many coaches do they have?
Phew, how many coaches? So they had 20 coaches there.
Wow.
Coaches, I would say at least 20.
Wow, that's incredible, man. Incredible.
Yeah,
So, how's the
yeah.
infrastructure and everything? Talk to us about that in your academy.
Um. Okay. We had 20 courts. We had a cafeteria. We had a huge kind of football ground around.
Mm-hmm.
What else? What else? What else? We had a huge gym. Yeah, it was huge, mate. Yeah, it was also a practice course for the US Open. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever US Open happened, all
Right.
the players like Roger, Dominic Thiem, Goffin, everyone was there. Every single, like, I have literally met everyone. Isner was there, Serena Williams was there, Billie Jean King was there. Everyone was just there, mate. Yeah,
That's amazing,
yeah,
man. Wow, well
yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
And
yeah.
so, how's the coaching over there? I mean, how is the structure and the program? Like, do you train twice a day and this fitness? So, how did you guys go about it?
Yeah, so I think the great thing was everything was like really, really structured,
Mm-hmm.
like they had the proper timings. For fitness, they had the proper timings. For the tennis, if you wanted more lessons, you could take more lessons.
Right.
Everything was very structured. Even the the lessons what you're giving out, there
Right.
has to be a certain quality. There has to be a requirement.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There were no phones allowed when you're coaching.
Oh,
um yeah, lot of it was like proper very strict thing, which is good. There, I think, and whatever you want to do, need to have a little bit of structure
right.
when you're doing it.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, so that was that.
That's great. That's great. And I'm sure
Yeah.
John McEnroe must have. He must be, monitoring the quality and everything, right?
Oh, for sure. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes. Yeah.
So, what did you learn from him?
What did I learn from him? I think, again, I like, you guys know, he's obviously a very, very aggressive person, very, outspoken, all those things. But after every time he does it, he always get back on the point. It always motivates him.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you do, as long as it motivates you, it's good.
Right.
Like I mean, he often broke rackets, he yelled, all those things. But like when I was playing him, he often like screamed, he threw the rackets. But the next point, he was ready.
Right.
So I think as long as you're ready for the things, as long as you're prepared,
Right.
it's good.
Right.
Yeah,
It's really interesting
yeah,
because a lot. I mean, 99% of us, when we lose our temper, the game's over. And
exactly, exactly. Yeah,
challenge, channel his anger into the next point, basically.
Exactly. True. Exactly. Yeah.
Great, great.
That's what I tell my students too. If you want to, I mean, I obviously don't want you to throw rackets. I don't want you to break rackets because it's expensive. But if you're getting mad, it's fine. But as long as it's going in a positive way.
Right,
But if it's going in a negative way and you're going down, you get mad, you're losing points. Why do you want to get mad then?
right, of course.
Right. So yeah.
So, what are the important qualities to be a good coach?
Um, what are the important? Okay. I think you have to know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I would say system in your coaching.
Right,
So what I do is whenever I make lessons, I prepare myself. I always go with what are we going to do today? Why are we doing it?
right,
And how will we do it?
right.
All right. So maybe we can be working on the forehand. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we working on the forehand? Because 70 or 80% of the winners are hit from the forehand,
Right,
right? And how will we do it? Maybe just getting a bit more inside the court, because as you move inside the court, you open up more angles, and
right,
it automatically increase the pace, because the further away you from the net, the harder it's going to be for you to have the pace on the shots. So it is very important that that you're working on, like, how, what, and why.
definitely.
What, why, and how. Yeah. Yeah.
And so, how do you balance, giving the players what they want to work on, and what you feel is important to work on? Like, is
Mhm.
it like, do they always, get some amount of time every day to work on something that they feel like they should work on, or how do you balance it?
So that's why they have groups. If
Mm-hmm.
in general, people would be under some group. They might be in advanced group. They might be in high performance group. They might be in elite group,
Right.
right? So in general, they would be playing under some pace. They would be doing something right, something wrong,
Mm.
and in that they will be under that group. And if they need more in-depth coaching, if something is going horribly wrong, like the grip of the racket,
Right.
or maybe just mentally, that's why you have the private lessons.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But in general, like, you got to play with the numbers. In general, if you can make the the first two shots from your side, the
Mm-hmm.
point is over. Like, it's a crazy fact, but mm, uh, 70 to 60% of the times, I serve the ball, I get the +1, and the point is over.
Right.
70% of the time.
Right. Definitely.
So yeah, so you just have to know those things, I guess.
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit more about the US. Like, why and how does, I mean, of course, US, I mean, they have this sporting culture, but, you know, what is it about them that they're so successful in the Olympics and all different sports and as compared to India?
Yeah. I believe they have the system, like in India, as you're growing up,
Right.
at some point of the time, you have to choose a side.
Right.
It either becomes, okay, I want to do studies, or either choose, I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
What happens in US is, as you're growing up, you have the option. As If you're in the team, as soon as if you're in the school team, as soon as you finish your school, you will have the time to play tennis. It
Right.
is provided by the school,
Right.
right? If you finish high school, you can, if you're doing well, you can have the scholarship in the colleges.
Mm-hmm. Right.
you know Same thing, I think, like LeBron, he was doing really well in his school time,
Mm-hmm.
before even signing, like, and then right after his school, they signed him in NBA. So they have the really good culture where, so if you're good, you're automatically, you can just choose the path. Where else, over here, you just have to, put everything in one line over here, kind of.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Like, I'm sure, like, a lot of parents would have said, okay, it's tense. You just have to study for the entire time, and then people just kind of drift apart over there.
Of course. So yeah, that's what happens, man. Like, you'll be playing well, and then suddenly you got to stop for your 10th boards for,
Exactly.
preparing for three,
Exactly.
4 months. Then the same thing happens to your
Yeah.
12th boards and finals everywhere.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
That's
Imagine if it's just there in your school.
yeah,
If it's there in everyone's school, they can just play after they finish school, and you don't even have to miss any classes.
right. Yeah.
Right?
So,
Yeah. I think that. Yeah. Go
mhm.
on.
uh,
Go on. Go on. Go on.
yeah, I feel that in America, anyone who's, just a little disciplined and, knows what they want to do, everything, the environment and everything is set up for them to be able to succeed,
True.
right?
True. Very true. Yes.
And you have nothing to worry about. You just have to focus a bit.
Exactly.
And of course, like,
Exactly. Exactly.
there's like millions of Americans who don't do that, and that's why they're, nowhere in life. But
Yeah. Yeah.
those who actually,
Yeah.
over here, it's like even if you're really hardworking, even if you're really disciplined,
Yeah.
there's still
Yeah.
there's a really high percentage of a chance that you may not make it in anything that you do.
Yeah.
Like you may
Exactly.
not even
True. True. True.
be at the top in tennis. So that's really hard.
Yeah.
But that yeah,
No.
so we have to work towards that together, basically. As
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Yeah.
So, how different is the tennis culture in America as compared to India? Like, like the parents and basically just in general, the tennis culture.
The tennis culture there.
Hmm.
I think it again goes back to the thing I was saying. It's very systematic. So they just have more chances of succeeding, whereas over here, because over so I was just reading about something, and then they said if if they are from age 18 to 24, they get $80,000 every year for them to compete in the higher level. As you're transitioning, you'll have to play more tournaments, you'll have to have more coaches, all
Right.
those things. Whereas in India, we just have to. It's hard for to just play tennis. It's just, I
Right.
don't know what is it, but that I think those things really give them a better edge,
Hmm.
and then that's why they have more players over there.
Definitely, definitely. And
Yeah.
so, do you think
So
India is coming up big time in tennis? Do you think there's
I
huge future?
I think in general, I think not just in tennis, but in general, India is doing really well in the sports. We are, we have so many leagues now. We have Kabaddi League, we have I don't know, Badminton League, we have IPS.
Right,
It's
right.
just coming up so many things, and as these things happen, I think the game, people would want to pick up the sports now,
Definitely.
because now there are more jobs available
Right.
after they finish playing. And I think, I mean, it's a long way out, but obviously we can definitely take some things from US and other colleges, what they do over there.
Of course, of course.
So yeah, I think we just have to get the base strong, and as it happens, it just get better. But already we have Sumit Nagal, Mukund, we
Hmm.
have so many. Nikki is doing well,
Right.
Jeevan, all those things. They're already doing so well. So obviously we're doing well, but and it can just get better from here. Yes.
Of course, of course. So yeah, let's leave it at that, and leave on a positive note. So thanks, Tushar.
Awesome. Yeah.
It has been an honor.
No
Thank you
problem,
for
mate.
sharing your experience.
I know, no problem, mate. It's really nice talking to you.
When you planning to come down to Pune?
Um, let's plan something. I think probably end of the year, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Right, right.
Hopefully, everything is settled down by then, and yeah, yeah. So
Come.
hopefully by then.
Yeah, we can get in a game. We can teach. You can
Awesome,
probably set up a camp over here, and get some of our Pune players to, get your guidance and,
for
experience.
sure,
So
for sure. That would be great.
yeah. So Tushar, you have started your own academy in Bhilai.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
All right. So I teach in Bhilai club,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a couple of players who are top 100 in under 18s. I just started. It's been January, this January,
Mm-hmm.
and I have six kids as of now. Everyone age about 17.
Right.
Yeah, and we're working on things. I think the kids were really doing well, and we were looking to play the ITF tournament, but then sadly we had to face the corona,
Of course.
so everything has been shut down.
Right. Right.
So yeah, I've been teaching over there, and yeah, we do 4 hours of tennis and we do an hour of fitness.
Right. Great.
And in after every week, I think it's really important for the kids to play matches,
Right.
so they kind of have practice for the matches. So
Right.
every end of the week we play a weekly match,
Crazy.
and yeah, yeah,
Great. So where can people find you? Like they want to get in touch, get,
yeah,
on your academy or just, get advice or anything of that sort. Do you have your Instagram and your LinkedIn or anything of that
yeah,
sort?
yeah. So my name is Tushar Mandlekar. You can, I believe that's how you can find me on LinkedIn.
Right.
In Instagram, I've recently changed it. It's coach underscore Tushar.
Right.
Simple.
Great. So we'll have it
Yeah.
on the show notes. So we'll have Prakash email, his LinkedIn, and his Instagram. So anyone who wants to get in touch, please do. And I'm sure he'll
Yeah,
be of great help to you.
sure.
And Tushar, it's great that you've come back to India and tried to make a change, man. That's amazing. All the best.
Thanks, mate. Thanks a lot.
Great. Take care.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for inviting me, brother.
Yeah. See you.
Bye.